So I'm really bad at measuring things, so I usually get about this much string. There we go. Because I suck at measuring. So I'm gonna cut that now. Okay, this is, yeah, I've cut it. And now we need 10 beads. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Okay, I have my 10 beads, and now string those on the string so it looks like this. And then tie that off, but make sure one end is way shorter than the other. Okay, so you have this. And I apologize in advance if my voice is kind of buns because I'm kind of sick right now. Anyways, cut off the small string. Yeah, cut off the small string, not the big string, the small part. And I also forgot to say, but make sure it looks like this. So like just like everyone or every other bead is like in and then out. See stuff, yeah. Also I cut my string. So now you put 3 beads on the string and put it through, then you skip this bead and put it through this bead. So it looks like this. And now do that all the way around. So it looks like this. And I'm gonna show you how to tie it in like a second. Okay, we've had a change of point of view because I remembered I have a phone stand. So yeah, anyways, this is how you tie it. So you string the string through, oh my god, through here, this like space between the beads, and then you pull the string through that loop, and then do that about 2 or 3 times. I usually do it like 3 times. So if you hear me breathing, I'm a heavy breather because I have to breathe through my mouth instead of my nose. Last one. And boom, you've got a candy star. Congratulations. I completely forgot about cutting off the string. Oopsies. Okay, now you have a candy star. I messed up here. Don't look at that. But yeah, okay. Now, do you want this pattern? And I can't tell if it's showing up on the camera, but this is a creamy white because I have no more white. Well, I have a couple of white, but now you can definitely tell I'd use a cream white. But anyways, you want this peppermint pattern even though it's no longer Christmas? Well, you're in luck because I think I remember how to do it. Hold on. Okay, I remember how to do it, yeah. So you're gonna need 10 beads again, but 5 of one color and 5 of a different color. So I'm gonna use this weird magenta color, I forgot what it's called, and purple. I'm running low on beads, guys. Like, actually, I just got these beads and I'm already running low. What is this? Okay, anyways. Now, you need to put them on string. You need new string. I'll be right back. Okay, I got new string. So you need to put them on your string in an alternating order. Also, I've decided to go in real time because I usually work better with tutorials when they're in real time, so I can do it with this tutorial. So, and then you tie that off like you did the last one. And then cut off the short string and do the same weird pattern. I'm looking through the camera, so I am going a lot slower, like instead of real life. Okay, and if you're like me and decide to be stupid, go back through there. Okay, wait. Nope, never mind. Hold on, I have to redo this now. 1 second. Okay, I actually lied. I didn't have to do that. Redo that. So, I just wasted my time. But anyways, you need to get, you see, like, the inside color you use less of and the outside color you use more of. So if you're running out of your inside color and you have more of your outside color, I suggest you do that, which I thought I was running out of magenta, but I'm actually running out of purple. So I know it's not a magenta. Don't come after me. I can't remember the name of this color. I might not be able to do it with this pattern. I might have to redo this. Okay, whatever. So you add 2 of your outside color and 1 of your inside color to every one. So 2 of your inside color and 1 of your outside, and then string that through, and then 2 of your outside color and 1 of your inside. I usually string like this because it just goes faster to do 3 at a time and then go on to the next. You are probably going way faster than I am. And last one. Yay, I had just enough purple to do this. And you will see your weird, I messed up somewhere. I can tell. I messed up here. Never mind, you don't see it because your tutorial person may have messed up. I'm really bad at tutorials. I'm so sorry. I never do tutorials, and this is why. Okay, now you will see your weird peppermint pattern. You can see it better on this one. Your pattern formed, and it looks like a peppermint or something like that, like a swirl. And then if you don't remember how to tie it off, I will show you again. So you put your string through this triangle here, and then you pull through that loop that you just created and do that about 2 or 3 times. Again, I suggest about 3, just to make sure it doesn't come apart, because that is very bad. Because I give away these stars, so like if like a star I gave away was to fall apart, that would be very bad for my business that I don't have. I don't sell these. I should, because I make such a good profit. Anyways, boom. Okay. Now, I lost my other star. That's fine. We will do the pony. See, the pony you have to do in 2 parts. So, I'm gonna set up my beads first. Be right back. Okay, so for the pony, it's different for different ones. So if your pony is going to have not longer hair, you need 6 beads for the hair, 4 up here and 2 down here, and 7 beads for the like body color, I guess. But if your pony is going to have longer hair, you're gonna need 7 beads, 1 to go right here, like I do, because I'm making Fluttershy, or kind of Fluttershy. I don't really have the exact colors for Fluttershy, but I don't care. And 6 beads for the body, because you don't need this piece anymore. So get your string, which I don't feel like pausing the camera. So, oh, also we're doing this in 2 parts, so you will kind of learn how to make a flower as well. So I'm using this much for my flower, or the head, which will be a flower. But basically, you make it in like 2 parts, like this and like this, and then you kind of like stitch them together, kind of whatever. So first we're gonna make the head, which is, it's kind of gonna also like be the start of a peyote, whatever stitch. Just look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it. So first you string on 2 hair color. Sorry, I didn't really say that. 2 hair color, and then 1 skin color, and then a hair color and a skin. Oh, on 2 different strings. Make sure the strings are apart, then together, then apart. That is very important. I keep forgetting to say that, but it's very important that the strings are apart, together, apart. And then tie that off. It will come together once you tie it, so if yours is like floppy and weird, unless you didn't do it right. If you did it right, it will look like this once you've tied it. And then we're gonna do the other body color first. String back through the bead, the skin color bead you just put on, and put another skin color bead. And pull that through. And then do the same on this side, except either you're gonna do a hair color, which I'm doing a hair color, or you're going to do a skin color. Hold on. I think I messed up. Yeah, no. You're either going to do... No, you're going to do a hair color no matter what. Please ignore me. I mess up sometimes. You're going to do a skin color, so it will look like this. Sorry, I almost moved it off the frame, but I forgot I'm recording. And then you tie that off. And if you were to do flower colors, like say you were making like a daisy, then it would be yellow and then like a brown, which is how you make a flower. So you just got actually a 5-in-1 tutorial. You just learned how to make a flower too. Congrats. And then throw that off to the side. Now we're gonna work on the body, which again is this part. Yeah. So first we do 2 of the hair color for the tail, again on on the string on 2 different sides, and then we do the skin color with the string on 2 different sides again, because these are going to be the back legs and they have to be together. And then we put that together, so then it'll look like this. Oh no, I did mess up. I know. Okay. Well, Fluttershy is gonna have short hair. If you were to do a long-haired pony, I'm so sorry I didn't say this before, you would put a hair color here. So this is actually supposed to be pink. But I didn't think that was right, so I didn't do that. I'm so sorry. But anyways, we're gonna ignore my little mistake and move on, because happy mistakes. Wasn't that Bob Ross who said that? I don't really know. I don't pay. And then, okay, to like stitch everything together, first cut off these excess strings on the head, because I forgot to do that. And then make sure it is facing downwards like this, with either the neck or another hair if you did a long-haired pony, facing down. And then string it on the other bead, or the other string, so then it's kind of like this. And then tie that off. And you might be thinking, oh, my pony's floppy. Why is my pony floppy? It's because you have to go back through and kind of stitch it together again. At least that's what I do. I didn't really finish the tutorial I watched, but that's what I do because it's just easier. So you take the top string and you string it back through this bead. Oh, my voice is going out again. And then you string it through this hair bead. If my big fingers could get the string through. Okay. And then out through these last 2 beads. And then the other one, you just string it through this leg bead. And then through this body bead. And then out through the last 2. And then tie it again. And then you cut the string off and boom, you have yourself a little pony. Now I have Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy. You will cut these strings. I just am too lazy to do that right now. Okay, and next up is the fish. I'm going to get my beads out. Goodbye. Okay, so you will need 10 beads, so you can, and yeah, you need 10 beads. The end. Okay, and some string. I will use about this much string. Again, don't really take my measurements that seriously. You might have a lot of extra string left over, and I'm sorry about that. Or you might have too little extra string left over. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at measuring my string. So this one is kind of like, well, exactly like how you did the head for the pony, except you don't tie it off there. We'll keep going. So first we do 2 beads on the different sides of the string, and then let it drop to the bottom. And then we do 1 bead on both strings, so it goes like that. And then we again will do 2 beads. This one is going to do more. Okay, so then we do 2 beads again, and then we do 1 bead again, and then last but not least, we do 2 beads. It looks really messed up right now, but once we tie it off, it'll be good. It'll look like how it's supposed to look. Kind of. Okay. And then we string this top string through here and put on another yellow bead, and then string it back through. And if you don't want your string showing across, you string it back through here. I'm saying string a lot. I'm so sorry if that makes it confusing. And then you're going to the end. And then do the exact same on the other side. So go through there, put on a yellow bead, go through there, go through the back, and then tie it off. And then cut off the excess string. And you have a fish. I use gold, so mine is goldfish. And I have now taught you how to make peppermint stars, normal stars, My Little Ponies, or just normal ponies, and fish. Please like if you like this tutorial, and if anything was confusing, I will maybe make it like a YouTube short to make it less confusing, I guess. Sorry, I'm really bad at telling people how to do things. And if you want any other tutorials, I might do them if you like leave a request down below, if they're easy. So yeah, okay, bye. Okay, I'm back. I forgot to wave. Bye.